Hello students, now we are going to see 7th Science chapter 16 Water a precious resource. जल है तो कल है. If you have water, you can think of future. So about 71% of the earth's surface is covered with the water. You are aware that if you consider our earth, so 71% of the earth's surface is filled or is covered with the water. Almost all water on the earth is contained in the sea, oceans, rivers, lakes, ice caps, as well as the groundwater, and yes, in the atmosphere also we are getting the water in the form of water vapors. We have seen about in the transpiration process we are find that the water vapors are present in the atmosphere. So most of the water is not fit for the human consumption because it is first of all it is the salty water as the marine water, as well as for whatever remaining available water is there, that is also not fit for consumption. Whatever water that is fit for use is known as the fresh water. So now we will just discuss about the forms of water. Water on the earth has been maintained for the millions of years by various processes which make the water cycle. When water circulates through the water cycle, it can be found in all the three forms. Which three forms are there? Yes, the solids, liquids and the gas at any given time somewhere on the earth. The solid form means we can able to get the water in a solid form in the snow as well as the ice. As the ice is present in the ice caps also at the poles of the earth. See, snow covered on the mountains, it is the solid form of the water. Liquid form of the water is present in the oceans, lakes, rivers as well as the underground water is also the liquid form. The gaseous form is the water vapors which are present in the air around us. The continuous cycling of the water among its three forms keep the total amount of water on the earth constant. Even the whole earth means the whole world is using the water. The percentage of the water over the world is same. Now just we will discuss about the water cycle. So yes, you are aware about the water cycle. Okay. So whatever groundwater is there, just you are able to see the diagram of the water cycle. So whatever open water is there, it get evaporated, means it get converted in the forms of vapors and it goes upside. Simultaneously, through the transpiration process also, water vapors are released in the atmosphere, and all this water is get collected and there is a formation of the clouds because of the condensation process. So as you are aware, after the vaporization, if the vapors starts to get cool, they forms into the clouds. As the clouds starts to move from one place to another, and if they get the coolness or the obstacles are there in between, so there is a formation of the precipitation in the form of rain, and this rain is percolated in the soil, and thus again this water is come back to the groundwater, or it again get mixed with the water levels. So see, first one by one we will discuss now the groundwater. The ground has a large storage of the water inside it. If we dig deeper and deeper below the earth, we will reach a level where all the space between the particles of soil as well as the gaps between the rocks are filled with the water. Yes, the upper limit of the layer is called as the water table. The water table varies from place to place, and it may even charge at a given, it change means whatever water present, underground water, there is very change, and they get recharged, means again they are getting the water by the replenishing of the water. So see, it is, yes, obviously it is differ from place to place, because suppose if we consider the area where the rainfall is very high, so we are getting the water near about, but if the rainfall is not there, so we can need to go near means a little bit downside of the earth. The water found below the water table is called as the groundwater. The rainwater and water from other sources such as the rivers and the ponds seeps through the soil and fills the empty spaces as well as the cracks between the rocks as well inside the ground or below the ground. So in the soil there are the small gaps. They get filled with the water as well as the cracks in between the means rocks. They also filled with the water. And this process of seeping of water into the ground is called as the infiltration. See students, the groundwater is stored between the two layers of the hard rock below the water table. It's called as the aquifers. Okay, so here you are able to see the aquifers, the groundwater as well as the water table. So if in between the two rocks, if the water is present, then there are the aquifers. See, the water is percolated and this table is maintained. Now we will just discuss about the depletion of the water table. So what happened? Water may go down if the water is not sufficiently replenished. It is due to increasing population, industrialization, decrease in seepage area for seepage of the rainwater, agriculture activities as well as the deforestation and the scanty rainfall. So before also in the soil chapter we have discussed about the absorption of the water. In that, so yes, as we have discussing about why there is the water is not get absorbed by the soil, because so many times you have seen there is the cement roads, or we can say the pakka road, and there is no possibility to absorption of the water to the soil. So that is the reason why there is the decrease in the seepage area for the seepage of the rainwater. So what are the reasons? So if you see the reasons, so deforestation, the otherwise the agriculture activities and the less rainfall, all these are the reasons. So one by one we will discuss about this. So first we will discuss about increasing population. Yes, increasing population creates demands for the construction of houses, shops, offices, roads as well as the pavements. Okay, so all these things, because of the more construction, the open areas get minimized, correct? Because because the demand is increased according to the population, and the open areas get limited. As the open areas get limited, yes, the seepage means the absorption of the water, the percolation of the water is get decreased. So because of this, it decreases the open areas like the parks and the playground, and yes, it in turn decreases the seepage of the rainwater into the ground. A huge amount of water is needed for the construction works, and all the water is Yes, drawn from the ground, and this is one of the reason. Increasing industrialization is also one reason, because water is used by all industries and almost everything that we use needs water somewhere in its production processes also. So the number of industries is increasing day by day. So the requirement of the water is increased, correct? And the water which is used by the most of industries, they drawn by the yes, obviously from the groundwater. Now just see the agriculture activities. A majority of the farmers in India, they depend upon the rain for irrigation for their crops. Irrigation systems like the canals are there only in a few places. These systems may suffer from a lack of water due to the plenty of rainfall. So the farmers, they are not having the other options. They are using the groundwater for the irrigation. Population pressure on the agriculture forces, they also increasing the use of groundwater day by day, and this resulting the depletion of the water table.